All right, so the time in SVG, it is now 8:11, and we are back with you for another commentary segment of today's Activated Mornings program. All right. So in studio, it is Dianna, Christal, and myself, Roleza. And yeah, we're here to entertain and inform, educate, and maybe give you some food for thought, depending on what it is we're talking about, right? Some food for thought. So remember that it is an interactive session. Should you wish to make a comment, or you have a question, or just something that you wish to share on a point of clarification, whatever, right? You can feel free to call us at 457-9997, all right, and get interactive with us. We are already live on Facebook and YouTube. And yeah, for those of you listening on TuneIn, for those of listening to through the what's called the Watchman radios, right? The transistor radios, those of you who have those, good morning to you. And those listening just general radio on your way to work, on your way to Kingston, or on your way to sightseeing, big up you, those sightseeing persons, all right? So good morning to everybody. All right, so
morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
all right, so we are just going to quickly touch on well, we had it allocated for the initial segment, the first segment, but we were unable to do it, right? So, there's a radio personality, Cool Chris, is in custody. Well, yesterday he was in custody over a shooting incident, but there has been an update where he has been granted station bail on a wounding charge. And just to read from Eyewitness News, radio personality Cool Chris was on Tuesday granted station bail and ordered to appear before the Kingston Magistrates Court today, Wednesday, to answer a charge of wounding. The host of the AM Mayhem on Hot 97 is alleged to have shot a man multiple times in Kingston sometime earlier this month. The charges were laid after police arrested the media worker, whose real name is Christopher Jones, while he was hosting a popular radio show on Tuesday morning. Eyewitness News was reliably informed that Sukul is being represented by lawyer Grant Connell. All right, so this story, or well, at least the video, made its rounds on social media earlier this month. And I suppose one of the things that I was questioning is that I actually don't know the true facts of the information. And I think the way in which it played out initially, one second. Clear my throat.
Dihydrogen monoxide there.
All right. I think looking at the video itself, I drew a particular conclusion because it was only based on the video that I saw that was being circulated. However, what it is that I am gathering from other persons, and reading comments is that the video itself doesn't capture the full essence of how things played out.
As usual.
Right? So this is why there are times when, even though you might want to draw a particular conclusion, you kind of need to await more information.
Yeah.
And I think this is what is happening with me in this situation, where I want to see what happens when the matter is presented before the court and if it is actually reported in the media, so that I can then give my proper opinion based on it.
Okay. Well, I want to know, because it was alleged that the victim is mentally ill or mentally challenged.
Mhm.
That is what I want to know. I want to know if it's confirmed that he is indeed mentally ill, because if he is, then I am going to take on a different opinion or a different perspective than a lot of persons. Because a lot of persons are saying they're okay with it because, they share the sentiments. They don't want to be attacked by somebody who is deemed to be mentally ill and you can't do anything about it. You can't defend yourself and things like that. But I want to know, I want it to be confirmed. Is he indeed mentally ill? Because
Yeah, but
when you're mentally ill, you're sick. As in, you're sick like when you're sick with cancer, sick like when you're sick with diabetes and so on. And we need to understand, as much as it would hurt to have somebody that is mentally ill do something terrible to you, we sort of have to understand that they are sick. And there are certain things that happen, certain things that they do that are uncontrollable. I ain't saying that they have a right to do anything to anybody, but when you are mentally ill, you are sick, and there are some things that are uncontrollable.
Well,
So
if that is the case, then it opens up several cans of worms.
yeah,
But with time, we'll learn a little bit more about what transpired from several angles. We just have to wait and see. But my only thing is, right, and I guess this is very minor, because the facts are not out there in the open as
yeah,
to say this is what happened. We only see a little clipping of a video and people talking on the street. I'm not supposed to run with rumors.
yeah.
But the timing of the arrest, though, was it
You mean
a dramatic effect? Drum roll.
that's what I'm saying because I'm there saying oh okay. Hi caller, good morning.
Is this the new Charlie's Angels?
It is. It is.
The black
But
version.
On Monday, on Mondays, you on Mondays you are the Thompson Angels, and the rest of the week
we're
on the rest
Charlie's
of the
Angels.
you have the Dave Roberts Angels.
Ooh boy. Ooh,
On Wednesday,
boy.
we Queen's Angels.
Yeah, that's what I wonder now.
Yeah. Well, if you, I would.
Yeah.
You like the song of
If
that,
you
eh?
give me that title, then well, I shall propose that on myself.
It's something else, too, you know.
So, yeah. Were you talking about the your media colleague in
Yeah, the
terms of the
story.
vigilante?
Yeah,
the
because
story.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not surprised that has happened based on listening to the individual over the years. You know, you always talk about having a baseball bat. So the baseball bat was the smoke, and this is the fire. And I think stuff has happened to him in the past,
Yes.
and he has mentioned of stuff happening to him in the past, and so. But I think he will, in the end, he will prevail. He'll come out, clean in the end. I don't like the way the situation was handled. I understand the police went on his job and remove him. They didn't have to do that. They could have, asked him to come down to the police station. Because just remember when the senator was allegedly shot the guy there, John. They didn't go and remove the individuals like that. They had a time to come down to the police station and surrender themselves. And it didn't happen until 2 months after people start protesting when it happened. I think this was done to embarrass him. No, they could have even waited till he finished his shift to do it. And it reminded me on my job one time, there was this guy, he was stealing some computers. So he usually come to work at 6 in the morning, They have a different shift. So some come 6, some come 8, some come 10. At 10, the majority of people are there at 10. So you know what they do? He come in at 6, they wait till 10 o'clock to bring the police there on the job to arrest him and embarrass him. So I think that's what they did. They embarrass him, bring him, bring the police on the job to embarrass him.
For
They didn't have to do it like that. And if he had some, if he was wearing red, this wouldn't have happened.
Queens.
I'm 99.9% sure.
I don't know about that part. I don't know about that part because if a video is there, there is grounds to that. If a video was being circulated, was circulated in public, there is grounds for an investigation. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's grounds, but sometimes a lot of other evidence comes in other cases, and we don't have these kind of things happening at all. There's lots of evidence. I can't bring it today, but other people could bring it of many incidents that have happened, and because of the connection the person have, nothing was done.
But then you see, with that same point that you're making, given that the video was out there in the public, we would have been having another argument as to why it is that the police haven't done anything about it. So the police did what they were supposed to do. Color or no color.
Yeah, they did it, but you didn't have to do it in that manner. In that manner, they could have asked him to come down to the police station.
But
I have no problem with them, whatever the conclusion. But I mean, the manner in which the arrest was done, coming on the job to embarrass him. They could have even wait till he finished his shift at 10 o'clock.
which is fair, but I suppose,
All
it's
right.
also okay. Thanks. Okay. Thanks, Queens. But in relation
All
to
right. Have a good morning. Bye.
you
Bye.
as well, thanks.
Uh-huh.
In relation to that point that Queens is making, what makes it different? Yet, no, yes, I am of the opinion it may have been done for dramatic effect, but whatever, right? But what makes the situation different from somebody who is employed, let's say, at a supermarket, and the police goes to that supermarket to arrest them, right? What makes that situation different? Is it because the shift is shorter and police could have waited? So it depends. All right. Let's take another call at this time. Hi.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
I know a little. I know a little bit more about the story than is reported right now.
Okay. Well,
friend.
let's so you're not going to give that, right? You're going to wait until what is reported comes out in the
No, I'm not talking about Too Cool Chris thing. I'm talking about before Too Cool Chris happened.
Oh, the other story, the other shooting?
No. The same person.
Mm-hmm.
He was running from some incident that happened.
Okay.
And my friend hit him with his car. And he came out of his car thinking the guy was injured. And the guy came up and fight him and tried to get into his car. And he had to fight him off to get his daughter out the car because his daughter was in the car. He stole the car and drove it into town. And he parked it at by the juicy area. So the shooting happened after that. Whatever happened after that thing. So the guy was in a very active mood that night. Whatever happened before, I know for a small portion of it, because my friend had to come in town and he couldn't even get up to now. His car can't work because the guy doesn't even know how to drive the vehicle, and now he has to spend a whole lot of money to get that vehicle fixed. I mean, Too Cool Chris shooting, I don't know about it. I only heard about it when I was in St. Vincent. But I mean, Too Cool Chris and them like the drama too. So I mean, if drama come and meet them, nothing wrong with that. They just take people video. They just take people video and make it a big stuff. So I mean, sometimes whatever you hand out come back and hit you sometimes. That's all I'm saying. But I'm just saying that guy was very active that night when before Too Cool Chris and him encounter. He was very active. He was doing things.
Okay. So the alleged shooting victim. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
He was very active that night.
Okay.
I'm just saying that
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to Cool Chris, but between my friend and him, he stole his car.
Okay.
And he had to fight him to get his daughter out of the vehicle because his daughter was in the vehicle.
Mm. Okay.
Wow.
So he was very active that night. That's all I could say.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we would continue this. We will continue with this. We'll do the other story after. Let's continue this. All right. So there's a point. Something that Queens sort of hinted at. The thing of it is that when you are in the public's eye, all it takes is just one thing for you to become tomorrow's headlines or this afternoon's headlines, right? Because who knows if when I leave this studio and I'm on my way into town, whatever could come my way, and I might become tomorrow's news story, right? So that is, I think, one of the challenges when persons are in the public's eye. It's that maybe a little bit more pressure is placed on them to
Maybe.
yeah, right? Like, hi, caller. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Wow. What a morning I'm waking up to. What a morning.
You woke up this morning.
Hello?
You woke up this morning.
Yeah,
Okay.
I woke up. I
You
thought
said
were going to say
you
something
said
else.
right. The statement had a negative tone to it. You said, "Oh, what a morning I'm waking up to," and I'm saying you woke up this morning. That's your silver lining, Dave. Continue.
Okay.
Crystal, let's get your hat time.
He's on
I
something.
always
You
like how you interrupt me,
You're like-
It's because I love you so much. Why you could never get me vexing away, Really. Huh? Roleza, I love you too.
No, I ain't jealous over here. I'm happy for Crystal that she's found love.
Hold on. Dave, good morning. Welcome to Activated Mornings. Can you continue, please?
Oh Lord.
Let me see where you're
Crystal,
going.
don't pass up the, don't pass up. You know what they say? Marry the man who loves you and not the one who you love.
Sometimes I have in trouble. Let me go. Yes, Dave.
That's why I enjoy talking to you guys and so on. You know something, with all what is going on, I am even concerned about you guys more than you are concerned about yourselves. That's my belief, eh? And I regret, but thank God, maybe I'm in the right place. With all what is happening, I can't believe, I just can't believe this is St. Vincent and Grenadine with so much horrible stories that I am hearing about. Yeah, it makes me feel that I'm really a Christian. Yeah, because, well, I was never a dramatic person. I did my things calculated and, I always try to maintain my composure. There are times, of course, I'm human, I'm flesh and blood. There are times when I got vexed and so on and could have done something stupid. But thank God I was always on the safe side, so to speak, that nobody can come and say anything scandalous about me. So I feel like a stranger in all of this. If Christal could recommend somewhere for me to go, I was glad you want to leave this place.
Stay right
That's
there.
how I feel
As
about
Doc
it.
said, we had a BD wants to speak on it so that we can bring about change. If everybody runs away, the situation will only get worse. And he has a point.
Well, that's true. But because I'm glad you said that, because sometimes I just feel I must stop talk. And I wonder when I speak, because I know people have all different views about different people. They either ain't like you, they have something negative to say about you. When somebody like me, for instance, speak about it. But thank God, I've been doing this for a long, long, long time. I've come into confrontation with the Prime Minister, and not this one alone, with people in power, as they love to say and believe that they alone have power. I have come into contention with some of these people over my years, So I know what I'm talking about. So I ain't just come. But when I see what is going on around me, truly I'm hurt. And I'm even hoping that you guys, because this is in your time, the crimes that are being committed are people of your age group, around your age group. And we are living in a frightening situation, Anyhow, maybe I am an alarmist, but God knows that once I see right, and one of my favorite biblical quotations is righteousness exalts, a people.
Nation.
And if we can, hello?
The nation.
Exalts a nation. So, if some of us pretending that we don't know, and if we don't know what is wrong from right, well, Lord have His mercy. But I still beg the Almighty to have mercy upon us. Thank you. I'm listening.
All right.
All right.
Thanks. Take care.
All right.
Anyways, we'll wait until, I think it was the same sentiments I had a few years ago with the senators issue, and everybody was just like, it was just like totally crazy. Wait until the facts come out, and then you make your informed opinion about the matter. But media professionals are not exempt. Persons who hold certain positions are not exempt, as we've clearly seen in the past. One too many of our politicians have made negative headlines. Some of them I don't understand why they're still in the position they are in. Because I feel like morally there's some things that just are unacceptable. But then again, that's not my battle to fight. But we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
We'll see how it plays out. Oftentimes the police they have the leeway and freedom to exercise judgment. Is judgment the word? When they no, that's not the word. That's not the word that I'm looking for.
Discretion.
Thank you.
Hey, I went to school.
Whoa, bashment. Discretion. It really didn't serve. I mean, I can't tell them how to do their job. I don't have the right to do that. But to me, that in the middle of your shift, really doesn't make any sense to me. But,
Dramatic effect.
but I mean, the law is the law. And they have to do their
one minute
work.
he was there, next minute he wasn't.
Like bye,
So,
like
yeah.
they have to do their job, so they're doing their job. And
Yeah.
I can't be too mad about that.
And had they not done it, we would have been asking how come they haven't,
And I
so
think people were actually asking that. They were actually saying, how come? How come? How
How
come?
come not and what's not?
Yeah.
We go see what happens.
all right. All
Before,
right.
are we gonna stop? We're gonna take a break.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Oh.
You're going to wrap it up into this, tie it into this?
Yes,
All
wraps
right.
up. Just from one thing before.
Mhm.
Normally, what I do, right, whenever the homicides start peaking,
Mm.
I look at the numbers and I do a very simple mathematical calculation. I calculate the rate and I say, if we continue along this trend
Mhm.
at this rate, we're going to end up.
But just about half of the year.
Right.
Mm.
So if we continue at this rate, we will be hitting 50 plus homicides by the end of the year.
Like last year.
I don't want to call it,
no.
but I'm just saying, like, realistically, if you look,
Yeah.
if
Mhm.
you do the simple math, at this rate,
At this
we're going to
rate.
get close to last year's record. I don't want to see that happening. But, I mean, it seems like our new reality. Anyways, that's that.
All right, so we are going to take a quick commercial break at this time, and then we'll be back with more activated mornings. So the person's calling. You can call us back in the next segment, please. All right, thanks.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress.